editions of TV23's Internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. You know what? It's Tuesday, April 5th, 2016. Welcome to High Plains Today, right here on TV23. Going to be a windy day today, just letting you know ahead of time. In the meantime, hey, let's take a look at some happenings out there. A Garden City man charged with first-degree murder in the April 2015 killing of a man at East Garden Village Mobile Home Park has had his status hearing postponed until June. After about 45 minutes of meetings yesterday in Finney County District Court, it was announced that the hearing would be pushed back to 1 p.m. January 24th for 34-year-old Rigdon and 33-year-old Michael Eugene George Jr. Now, they are charged with first-degree murder in the shooting death of Carlton Wachter of Garden City. Now, Wachter was shot 3 times on April 19, 2015, in the 100 block of Poplar Street. George was bound over for trial in August of 2015, and his jury trial is scheduled to begin June 13th. On Saturday, officers of the Garden City Police Department and agents with the Alcohol Beverage Control conducted compliance checks on businesses throughout the Garden City area. The purpose of the compliance check is to prevent businesses from furnishing alcohol to minors. Now, in total, 67 businesses were checked, and of those, 10 businesses and individuals were cited. Now, you can find a complete list of those businesses that were not in compliance, as well as those that were, on our Facebook page, KDGL TV. And Finney County Commissioners on Monday voted to draft a resolution that would increase the speed limit on 16 county roads from 55 to 65 miles per hour, the maximum speed limit allowed on county roads by state statute. Now, the roads include Finney Scott Road, Plymell Road, Lear Road, Parallel Road, Gano Road, Tennis Road, Halflick Road, Ingalls, Pole Line Road, 6 Mile Road, River Road, and Bigelow Road, along with Holcomb Lane, Pierceville Road, Mennonite Road, and Brookover Ranch Road. Now, at the March 21st meeting, commissioners directed John Ellerman, the county engineer, to put the list together based on traffic volume, average speed driven, and the makeup of the road. Now, Ellerman said that if the commission passes the resolution, speed limit changes wouldn't take effect until signs are installed, and he estimates that it'd take about 4 weeks. Well, Miss Kansas, Hannah Wagner, will be coming to Liberal on Tuesday, April 12th. The presentation starts at 7 p.m. and will be in the James Mascus Auditorium at Liberal High School. The public is encouraged to attend this free event sponsored by Communities and Schools of Mid-America in conjunction with the Liberal Rotary Club. Now, this presentation will feature Hannah's platform, The Bold Initiative, Stand Up, Stand Out, Be Bold. All ages will benefit from the content of the program. And lobbyists spent more than $280,000 treating lawmakers to dinner and legislative staff members to meals, drinks, and basketball games during the first 2 months of the 2016 legislative session. Now, most of that spending can't be traced to specific recipients. Under Kansas law, though, lobbyists must report regularly how much they spent on food, beverages, and other forms of hospitality to the Kansas Governmental Ethics Commission. But when an organization hosts a cocktail reception or luncheon, those expenditures are reported as unitemized, meaning they can't be tied to the lawmakers who participated in the event. And U.S. Representative Mike Pompeo of Wichita is eyeing a race against U.S. Senator Jerry Moran in the August 2nd GOP primary contest, according to a Pompeo spokesman. Now, he certainly does not rule it out, according to Jim Richardson, a former campaign manager for the 4th District Congressman. Moran drew sharp attacks from conservative Republicans and groups when he said the process of considering President Barack Obama's nominee to the U.S. Supreme Court vacancy should move forward in the Senate. Now, that ran counter to the strategy of Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky to take no action on the nomination of Judge Merrick Garland and to wait for the election of the next president. Sure, that's not over yet either. And that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening. Going to be back with batten down the hatches. The wind is going to blow in our weather forecast coming up.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless. When you do business with United Wireless, you're doing business with people living and working right here in Southwest Kansas, not someone halfway across the world. We're proud of the fact that every day we serve our friends and neighbors, our healthcare providers and hairdressers, technicians, farmers, and local retailers. You are the people who make Southwest Kansas great, and for all you do, we believe you should be treated with the utmost respect. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And as we look off to the northeast, we've got a lot of high clouds out there, some wind rolling in. Let's take a look at our readings here at the station. Already up 75 degrees, relative humidity not too bad today, 24%, but look at those winds already out of the southwest at 23. Barometric pressure is falling. Looking at the current temps around the region, everybody already into the 70s. Perryton already up into the 80s. Now looking at the current dew points, everybody in the region in the 20s and 30s, except you get over here to Medicine Lodge, they're a little higher in humidity at 43 on their dew point. Looking at our current wind speeds though, now you look, there is another cold front that's going to slide through coming this afternoon and into tonight, and out at Lamar, the winds have already switched around to the west-northwest. Otherwise, everybody in the area is in the teens, moving into the 20s out of the south-southwest. Look, already at 25 in Liberal, 29 in Perryton. Those are only going to go up. Looking at our highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport yesterday, we did have a high of 77. 88 was the record back in 67. The overnight low yesterday, 38. A far cry from 19 back in 1950. Yep, still nothing in the bucket. Okay, so here we go with our forecast for today. It's going to be 86 degrees, but you look down here, winds are going to be out of the southwest at 20, gusting up into the 30s today. Now tonight, it's going to be a low of 40, partly cloudy, but there is a 20% chance of some precipitation maybe before midnight. Winds are going to switch around to the northwest at 19. Going to be picking up into the 40s, gusting maybe up into the mid-50s. And then tomorrow we're going to cool off as that front comes through. 69 degrees for our high. Sunshine though, north-northwest winds at 19. Going to be picking up into the 30-mile-an-hour range. Later in the afternoon, tomorrow night, we'll have a low of 40 degrees. It's going to be clear, but the winds are not going to lay down much. They'll still be out of the north-northwest at 15 after midnight. They'll switch around to the south. And as we look at our 7-day, we do have that 20% chance of precipitation tonight. We're rolling into the week. Tomorrow we have 69, but there is a chance on Sunday and Monday. Picks up a little bit on Sunday in the 30s. Still a lot of spring-like temperatures out there. Not sure when these winds are going to lay down, but we'll keep an eye on them. All right, looking at our storm spotter training coming up today. They'll be at the 4-H building tonight at 7 o'clock out in Johnson. Tomorrow at the high school in Syracuse. On Tuesday, they'll be back over in Coldwater at the high school. On Wednesday next week, they'll be at the Community Center in Pratt and then at the Courthouse Annex in St. John's, moving to the EMS building in Scott City, and then finally on Monday, the first Monday in May, they'll be at the City Pavilion in Kismet. That's a look at the weather. Be back with the markets after this.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig. Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
And we're back. I'm now joined by Kelly Dinas. She is the head dog, I'm going to call her, because we were just talking about her dogs, at Gypsy Grace Events in Garden City. This is a fairly new business that you just started, isn't it?
It is. It's brand new.
I appreciate you coming down
Well, thank
today.
you for having me.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk a little bit about now. You were raised in Southwest Kansas.
That's right. I was born and raised in Garden City. Lived here my whole life. And then I went to Kansas State University. Go Cats.
We're not going to hold that against you.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Okay, so after you got done at K-State, then what did you do?
I actually wanted to be an equestrian coach at a university. So I got hired at the University of Tennessee at Martin, Northwest Tennessee, and I was their equestrian coach. We traveled all around the country. But I also was the event planner for the 10,000 seat Coliseum. So that's kind of where it started. We did rodeos, a town of 12,000 people. It was a 10,000 seat Coliseum, and it sold out every year. And we did craft shows, we did Santa's workshop, we did everything.
So you've done everything from Santa's workshop to haul in truckloads of dirt to do a rodeo.
That's right, sorting cattle.
So that's where you got your start then?
That's where I got my start. That's right.
All right. Well, that's kind of interesting because K-State, well, they did have a really, really good top-notch equestrian team up there.
They did, that's right. It was a little bit before my time. That's why I wasn't on the team in college. It was just a club back then.
Yes.
I'm a little bit older than I look. but yes, they do have a great team. They still do.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of funny, though. You went to be an equestrian coach, and now you're an event planner just because you ran everything from Santa Claus to rodeos.
That's right.
All right. So then now when you came back to Garden City, you were now recently you had been working at St. Catherine's Hospital, right?
That's right.
Doing a lot of this kind of stuff there.
That's right. That's right. I was the foundation coordinator at St. Catherine Hospital. They have 2 big events a year, the Spring Gala and the Southwest Kansas Pro-Am, the golf tournament.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
Longest
that is.
running professional golf tournament in Kansas. And
now that I didn't know.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, that's
It's a
kinda
big
cool.
deal. It's
Yeah.
almost a week long.
Yes.
It's a big deal. And that was a big chunk of my job besides doing the foundation. And that's also where I really discovered my love for event planning, was doing the gala, which is kind of like adult prom, which was so much fun. And then also the Pro-Am.
Adult prom. I like that. That's a cool description. Because I think we have a few pictures of the gala at the hospital that we'll throw up here in a bit. But okay, so here's some of the pictures that you've done at the hospital for the now is this the spring gala?
That was the spring gala. We have a theme every year.
Okay.
This theme was Springtime in Paris.
Ooh, that'd
So
be
you can
nice.
see our Cafe Paris sign.
Yes.
And our flowers and our little bike. And there we hung gossamer off the pipe ducts, the air ducts, and the chandelier, of course. That was in the cafeteria at the hospital, which we transformed.
Wow, that is okay, and I liked this one.
Yeah.
Now this all makes sense to me now because now when you say springtime in Paris, then you have all these little pink balloon.
That's right.
poodles.
That was a Pinterest idea. It was the cutest thing ever. We actually had someone at the hospital that did balloon art. So he made us a bunch of pink poodles, and we put that together. And
I couldn't have made them pink poodles on a bed.
Well, yeah, it was amazing. We found someone to do them.
Okay, so And now you're off on your own.
I've started my own business.
Planning events.
Mm-hmm.
And Gypsy Grace Events in Garden City. Why? Okay, if I was going to plan something, anything from a birthday party up to something like the Spring Gala at the hospital, why should I have an event planner?
There's a lot of reasons to have an event planner, whether it's a wedding, a corporate event, say you're having a happy hour for your business, or graduations or showers even. It takes the stress off of you. I do all the nitty-gritty work. I get the vendors. I get the venue where we're going to have it. I communicate with all the people. Just everything that comes with an event, I take care of. You just show up and enjoy the day. All I got to do is be there. That's right.
All I got to do is walk in the door and go,
you enjoy your time.
Kelly, this is nice.
That's right. It's all set up. It's ready to go. You are there to enjoy your event. You don't have to worry about all the stresses that come with it.
And I suppose, in the months, like if it's a wedding or something, in the months, especially the week or two before the wedding, I mean, you're there to kind of save the day, aren't you?
That's right.
Of anything that could go wrong?
Anything that could go wrong. I would be the point of contact. So the DJ's microphone isn't working. Well, we'll go over to so-and-so and get a replacement, and, no one ever even knew there was something wrong.
Okay. So, all right, what about now? Do you help in the designing, of the layout and what there's going to be for decorations and
it just
how the room's going to look?
It just depends on the package deal that you want. If it's a wedding and you want the full plan, you say, Kelly,
go nuts.
You could do it. I just want to show up and be wowed. There's different venues, different vendors that have the decorations, and we'll throw together something, show it to the bride, and say, do you like this idea? Maybe it's a drawing, maybe it's a sample, and they say yay or nay, and then we go again. So,
I noticed. So you said, I'll show it to the bride, not the groom.
Right. Well, I could also show it to the groom. My husband,
mostly the grooms, we don't care.
For my wedding, my husband was in on the preview, and he said that was the most boring day of his life.
Okay. So now I understand why you just kind of skip right over that part, right? But now you'll do anything from, if you're going to have a birthday party and you want to have a big bash, all the way up to a wedding or a corporate event, you're the one to call.
That's right. And I have a lot of contacts with vendors, caterers, DJs, cake makers, things like that. And so I can get somewhat of a discount usually, so that I'll save them money as well.
Okay. Now, is there, do you help people find the venue too?
It just depends on how much you want me involved. You say, I don't have a clue of what I'm doing. I say, okay, this is where we start.
That would be me.
That's right.
I do not have a clue. I would be calling you and say, Kelly, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Will you just run this deal?
That's right.
And you would do that.
That's right.
Okay.
Number one thing is to kind of set your budget, and so we can kind of decide what kind of venue you're looking for and go from there.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, and especially, with wedding season, I guess you would call it that. We're getting into the springtime, and you start getting into May and June and stuff. Isn't this kind of the wedding season coming up?
That's right. Anywhere from March to September, October is the main season, although there's weddings all year round.
Yes. Okay, but if somebody wants to contact you for an event, and we had your phone number up there where they can get a hold of you and your web page, because it's gypsygraceevents.com. How much lead time do you need for something?
It depends on how big the event is. If it's a wedding, we have different packages. We do the full-blown event planning. They say, Kelly, you do everything. We have the day of wedding. So they say, we've done everything. I show up the day of the wedding, and I'm the point of contact for the DJ, for the cake maker, for the caterer. And so if something goes wrong, the bride and groom and mother and everyone doesn't have to worry about it.
They don't have to freak out.
That's right.
They look at you and go, I got this.
That's right.
All right. Kelly, thanks for coming by. This is interesting.
Yeah.
This is interesting. You keep me posted. Maybe I'll have you come back. Maybe you can do a little something with my studio walls here. All right. Thanks, Kelly.
feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Well, the double clutch three-pointer North Carolina's Marcus Page made came right off the playground. It might go down as college basketball's most spectacular footnote ever. The buzzer-beating three that Villanova's Chris Jenkins poured in at the top of the key was a result that'll even go down more. Now, that game was pretty exciting last night in the national championship as Villanova won 77-74 over North Carolina. All right, let's take a last look at our weather. Still starting to warm up out there. Temperature 77 degrees. Relative humidity's dropping, though, 22%. Winds are out of the southwest at 16. They're going to pick up today, people, so hang on to your hat. Barometric pressure is falling. We do have a 20% chance of precipitation tonight, though. We're going to cool off into the 60s tomorrow, but starting back, springtime temperatures coming back. Sunday and Monday, it'll be in chance of rain. Go out and make it a good Tuesday. See you tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check